My daughter, whose birthday is coming up, she wants a Labubu. If you don't know what they are, they're little plush animal things that are in blind bags and come at a limited release from China or some place, and it's almost impossible to find them live. Hello, and welcome to Enter the Nebula, episode 33. My name's Mike Ergo, and this week we're talking about understanding value to build relationships. These topics come to me at different times. Sometimes they come to me throughout the week or when I'm interacting with different people, and other times they come to me while I'm laying in bed waiting for my brain to shut off so I can fall asleep. This was one of those things, and it was because I had been talking with my wife about her new computer. She needs a new computer. Her old one died. She had this Chromebook, and we needed to think about, what does she value? What does she need the laptop to do? And that's pretty easy for her. She needed to be able to make graphics and do things that she needs for inside the classroom. She wanted to be able to play the games that she likes to play, and then surf the internet and do whatever else like that she needs to do. And the fact is, the games that she likes to play and the programs that she runs to do some of the graphics for her classroom were too much for a Chromebook. So justifying the expense of a laptop with a bigger processor, more memory, graphics card, things like that makes sense. Easy to do. Now, on the other hand, my daughter, whose birthday is coming up, she wants a Labubu. If you don't know what they are, they're little plush animal things that are in blind bags and come at a limited release from China or some place, and it's almost impossible to find them live. And they retail for like $20. But on the secondary market, whether it's StockX or eBay or whatever, they're anywhere from $50 to $300. And my knee jerk reaction is, buying that. There's no value in spending $50 for a $20 toy. But then you have to step back and think, it's not my birthday, it's her birthday. And if it's within budget, why am I coming to the conclusion that she shouldn't have one of these things? If that's what she wants, that's what she wants. I think that's oftentimes where we get ourselves in trouble. Not like trouble, but trouble in building relationships, or if you're in sales and you're trying to make a sale, or if you're internally trying to get a project approved or create a business case or something. I think sometimes we can project our own value proposition on others instead of understanding what they value and using that to build the relationship. Another example I have is, I was talking to an employee, and if you're in leadership, we've all had these conversations where they come in for their one-on-one and they want more money. Well, it's really easy to have that conversation and just say, well, uh, wait for the next performance review cycle, or, well, you know that we don't have budget to give anyone more money, and you dismiss it. But to go to the next level and build that relationship, it's harder but better to find the value, and not just by asking why, but by really truly trying to understand what they value. Do they just want more money because they want to look at their bank account? That's rarely the case. Money usually empowers something. Are you planning for a baby? Are you looking to buy a new house? Are you looking to, maybe you're in some debt that you want to get out of debt. Maybe there are other aspirations that you have to, um, try to get more money. But what is the real driving force than just more money? And in this particular case, this employee explained to me that they just felt uninterested in the stuff they were working on. They didn't feel like they got to get out of the office much. They wanted to travel. They wanted to have more customer facing experiences, both at events and other things. And I just looked at them and I said, well, you're describing a completely different job, which is totally okay. If this job isn't what you're looking for, that's fine. But if I were to go to my boss or to finance and get $10,000 more approved for your salary, next month we're going to be having this exact same conversation because the reality is you don't just want more money, you're looking for a completely different work experience. And that's totally fine. So, when you're talking to people and you're building those relationships for whatever reason, whether you're managing, whether you're trying to get a business case approved or you work in sales or whatever it is, finding the value and what people truly value is important. And I think you can get there in three quick ways. One, active listening. You have to be engaged and you can't be thinking about what you're going to say or what you think they want. You really have to take a step back because sometimes you'd be surprised as to what people share. And then you need to ask questions, ask qualifying questions, ask probing questions, questions that show that you're genuinely interested, not just why, but tell me more about that. What makes you think that way? Those types of qualifying and probing questions not only help uncover more of what their value is, but it shows them that you truly are genuinely interested in what they have to say. And then lastly, you have to qualify everything back to them. Make sure you're stating what you believe the value prop to be and let them correct you if you're wrong. Because if you don't do that, you could leave the conversation thinking that you heard one thing and be wrong. But if you've proposed it back to them and you've requalified it in the statements back to the person you're talking to, and they don't correct you, you're leaving the conversation and they're leaving the conversation on the exact same page. And now you know what they truly value. And that's only going to make your relationship stronger and allow you to meet them where they are. Thank you for listening. I hope this helps you both professionally and personally as we all continue to grow and get better inside and outside the workplace. Again, my name's Mike Ergo. You can read the full article on intellectualnebula.com. And as always, please like and subscribe to all the social media outlets as I continue to grow my brand and help more people. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you next time.